Okay, well, good morning, 8th and ninth graders. I hope you all are doing well. This is on lesson 10.3, and this is part 2. And I know that this lesson is a little harder, so I want you to turn with me to page 417. That is 417. We're going to do some review on this lesson and then keep going. So this is example 4. Okay, example 4. Okay, so this is some review from yesterday. And the way example 4 looks is they have 12x cubed minus 26x squared plus 10x. Okay, now this is where we use what we learned in our first lesson and then apply it and then use what we learned in this lesson to split it in half. So the first thing I need to do is say, what do they all have in common that I can take out? Well, they're all even numbers, 10, 26, and 12. So I know I can take a 2 out. Then they all have an x, at least 1, so I can take 1x out. Okay, and now using that, I divide by 2, and I get 6, and I divide by x to the 1, and I get x squared left, minus, and divided by 2 is 13. Have 1x left, plus 5. Okay, if you need to pause it at that stage, that's how we get to that. Okay, we just use our factoring. This is using our last lesson. And now we are going to use what we have learned to do our next one. So we have this right here. We have 2x times 6x squared, minus 13x plus 5. Okay, and with this one right here, now we are going to do our A and C. So if you remember, this is A and this is C. Okay, so if you need to write that down, A and C, I'm going to do A times C, which in this case is 30. Then I use B, which is this guy right in front of the X. That's B. And so B in this case is negative 13. Okay, now let's look at the signs here. This is a positive and this is a negative. That means that both signs are negative. Both are negative. Okay, so now I come down here and I just split this in half. So I bring the 6x squared, and then I split this 13x into the parts of 30. So I have 30 can be 10 times 3, 2 times 15, 6 times 5. Now, which of these, when added together, is negative 13? Well, if these are both negative, then I know that's going to be negative 13. So I know it's this one right here is going to combine to give me my negative 13. So I have 6x squared, as you see right here. Then I do minus 10x, and then I do minus 3x plus 5, okay? My 5 came straight down, and my 6x squared came straight down. But the other term, this 13 got split in half with what you see there and there. Now, I just put parentheses around these right here, and then I take out the common term over here, which is 2x, right? You see 2x can come out of there, and x and x. So I get 2x, and I get 3x minus 5. And then I take out a negative. The only thing I can take out here is I can take out a negative 1. So I take out negative 1, and I get this right here. I get negative x. I'm sorry, then I get the 3x here, because that's times the negative makes it the negative there. 3x minus 5. So I don't know why this 3 is looking so weird, but you see that right there? You got the 3x minus 5. Now, to write my grand total of an answer, I'm going to erase this real fast so we have some space. So I take this 2x and combine it with this minus 1. Okay, I combine that together, and I get 2x minus 1. And all of that times what's left right here, 3x minus 5. See, those just are the same, so those get combined to 3x minus 5. And then I can't forget way up here, what did I take out? Originally, I took out this 2x, so I have to put it back to the front like that. And so there's my final answer, 2x times 2x minus 1 times 3x minus 5. Okay? Now, this is where the lesson gets a little harder for today. Look at with me, same page number, page 417, and this is example number 5. Okay, example 5. You'll want to be there with me to watch this. This is 2x cubed, 2x squared, 2x squared plus 3xy minus 14y squared. Okay, now you see right here we have this variable, the x variable, and then we have the y variable. So it's the same type problem as what we're going to do in our other problem, except for now it's going to be an extra variable in there when we go to solve it. So we do the same thing, though, as we do before. We do a times c. So a is 2, and c is 14. So 2 times 14 is 28. Okay, that's not too bad. We got 28. And then what is b? Well, in this case, b is plus 3. You see that right there? It is a positive 3. So if this is a negative and this is a positive, that means that we're going to have one positive, one negative, and the positive is going to be bigger because the number comes out positive. So we say, what times what is going to be 28? That's going to give us positive 3. It's going to be negative 28, actually. Sorry, negative 28, and give us positive 3. Well, let's say we have 20... Let's say that we have 28 down here. What are its factors? Well, we got 2 and 14. We have 7 and 4. And which one of those, when we subtract, will we get positive 3? Oh, look at this right here. 7 and 4. Now, which one has to be bigger? Well, 7 has to be bigger because this is a positive, and the 7 is bigger, so that's going to have to be the positive, and this is going to be a negative 4. Okay, so now I just rewrite this thing. This goes just the exact same. 2x squared. Nothing changes. Then I do plus. Which one is the plus? The 7x. Then I have minus 4x. And then this negative 14y squared stays the same. Just like that. Now I do the same grouping thing as I did before. Group these. Okay, and now what do I take out of here? Well, I can only take out an x. So I take out an x. And I get 2x plus 7. Okay, then out here I can take out a 2. Okay, so you see right there, I take out this 2. I'm sorry, one thing I forgot. These right here have to be xy. Sorry, because of this xy. So those are xy. So I'm going to have 7y left. And then here I can take out a 2y. And what do I have left? I have a 2x plus 7y. Okay, so when I divide there, that's what you get. Now you can see here, these match. Okay, so that's going to be the key part, is I know that those match. And then I'm just going to combine this negative 2y with this x to get my answer. Okay, so the only difference was, as you see, I almost forgot even in my step, is this y right here. That's the only thing you have to add. Basically, this term, this 3, has to get split up. So I'm 7 minus 4. Okay, so now we come over here to write our answer, and we have x minus 2y, that's right here, this x and this negative 2y, and then we use next what's here to get our times, I'm just going to put a dot, times 2x plus 7y. Okay, so there is our final answer, 2x plus 7y times x minus 2y. Okay, let's do one more example like that, since that one is a little bit of a challenge. So here's another version of that one. 5x squared plus 8xy minus 21y squared. Okay, now this one again, I start by doing a times c, and a times c here is 5 times 21, which if anybody has their handy-dandy calculators on you, 5 times 21 is 105. Okay, so now we're going to be thinking, okay, what times what is 105, and then b here is negative, oops, sorry, not negative, is positive 8. So I have negative 105, and the difference needs to get to 8. Well, I think, what is a number that is divisible 105? Well, 105 is divisible by 5 times 21, but that doesn't get us 8, so we know it's not that one. Let's try 15. And we get 15 times 7. Ooh, and when we subtract 15 times 7, we get positive 8. So we know, you see, this 8 is matching this 8. So then I know, and it's matching this 8. So when all those are matched, then I know these two are my numbers. And again, this is negative, so that means 1 is negative. It's going to be the smaller, and the bigger is going to be positive. Okay, so now I come up here. The 5x squared stays the same. Then I do plus 15. Key part here, I take the x and the y with me. And then I do minus, now go back down here to the negative 7, 7xy. And then this negative 21 just comes straight down from negative 21y squared. Now I do my grouping here and here, okay? And I pull out of this first one, I pull out 5x, and I get x plus 3y. And then on this one, I pull out a 7y, and I get x minus, oops, sorry. I get x, and then because this is a minus, I get plus 3y. Now, at that stage, I'm not quite done yet. I have to rewrite the answer now. The way I write this answer is I take 5x minus 7y. So I get 5x minus 7y times what's left here, which is x plus 3y times x plus 3y. And there is my answer. 5x minus 7y times x plus 3y. Okay, so our homework today is going to be this right here. This is page, again, 418, and this is 10.3, part 2, and we're going to be doing numbers 12 through 34 even, okay? 12 through 34 even. So let me know if you have any questions. I may actually be sending another link to a different YouTube video if watching someone else may also help you. So that's it for today. Mr. H is over and out.